I had one of my first lessons in snowdom early on in those days. I wasn't yet an employee. I was working for another company, and Gary had started AudioArts on his own, but he couldn't do enough stuff to cover everything he needed to cover, so he would hire me to do special projects. And one of the projects was to lay out a circuit board, because I'd done some of that work at the place we had worked together before. And he put a lot of pressure on. I got to have it ordered by, because he waited too late to hire me and all that stuff. So anyway, I'm working my ass off 2-3 in the morning, laying out this tape on this thing, and I show up, deliver it to Gary, and he thanked me and said okay, and then I went off to my day job, and and then I went back to him after work. He was at me. What is this piece of garbage? And he would lay the artwork out like this, and he would point to a trace line where the tape wasn't exactly 100% straight, because of course I did it in a hurry, and I didn't realize that was part of the requirement, that it be absolutely gorgeous and perfect right angles and all that stuff. He reamed me a good one for that.
Well, man, it was his name on everything back then.
That's right.
He was the assembler, he was the designer, the assembler, the tester,
the purchaser, the salesman.
Yeah.
I think he even boxed them up and shipped them.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And with AudioArts, when did you guys start doing the front of house mixers? Was that in the late 70s? When you guys started doing stuff with linear faders and got away from the rack mount stuff? And
yes. The first console that we did that had slide faders on it was the 2K. And it was, it had LED meters. I think it had 10 LEDs in a row. It was really advanced for its time. But it was, we were a little company, little guys, so we made these mixers and sold them around to local bands and clubs and that sort of thing. And like anything else we made, it was about absolute audio performance. And some of the guys that we sold to actually ran tours, and they said, hey man, that 2K is great, but it's only 16 channels, and it doesn't have any subgroups. So Gary went back to the drawing board and came out with the 4K, and beyond that was the 8K, and these things got bigger and bigger and had more and more functions, and started getting used nationally on tours and all that sort of thing.